Hello. The Coastal and Heartland National Estuary Partnership is proud to share this video update of our work to support the City of Sanibel's water and wildlife protection efforts. First, just a little bit about the CHNEP for those of you who may not be familiar with us. We were formed back in 1995 when Congress designated estuaries in their watersheds from Donna Bay to Restero Bay in Southwest Florida as estuaries of national significance, and we were then folded into the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's National Estuary Program. As you can see on this map, we are one of 4 National Estuary Program organizations in Florida and one of 28 in the United States. As such, we receive annual federal funding from Congress to assist in the protection and restoration of water resources and wildlife habitat in the CHNEP area. The CHNEP area encompasses more than 5,000 square miles outlined here, including 10 counties and 27 cities. Sanibel sits in the southern west portion of our service area and is tied to the Caloosahatchee River, one of several major rivers in the CHNEP area. The CHNEP exemplifies the power of partnerships as a private-public partnership that is science and consensus-based, non-regulatory, and citizen-supported. Because of private and non-federal governmental contributions, volunteers, and donated in-kind services, we've been able to provide $19 worth of restoration for every federal dollar we receive. We greatly appreciate Sanibel's continued active participation and financial support towards contributing to the partnership. The partnership works on the collective comprehensive conservation and management plan, the 5-year organizational strategic plan collectively drafted by all of our partners. The CCMP has 4 priority areas focusing on water quality improvement, hydrological restoration, fish, wildlife, and habitat protection, and public engagement. You should have received a mailed copy of this coffee table style book, but please feel free to let us know if you'd like additional copies, and it is also electronically available on the chnep.org website. It's an excellent resource and reference on the natural resources and resource management needs in our region. CHNEP is working to serve the City of Sanibel's needs and to meet its goals with numerous Sanibel Plan objectives and policies aligning with the CHNEP CCMP. First, CHNEP is aiding Sanibel's efforts to protect the aquifer and conserve water resources. CHNEP supports comprehensive and coordinated water quality monitoring and projects and programs that prevent impairment to our waterways. One such project that the CHNEP is funding to assist this objective is contributing more than $90,000 annually to the Coastal Charlotte Harbor Monitoring Network, which extends down to include Pine Island Sound and San Carlos Bay. This data is essential in tracking water quality conditions for improving water management, informing decision makers on where and how to focus resources to improve water quality. Another project that the CHNEP funds annually is collecting all publicly accessible water quality data and putting it on a website called the CHNEP Water Atlas. This public website uses the data with analytical tools and other resources to assist water managers and public stakeholders in accessing and interpreting information on local water quality conditions. The site is being continually upgraded and expanded and requires more than $50,000 a year to maintain. Additionally, the CHNEP is working to assist Sanibel's objective to protect and conserve wetlands. CHNEP supports watershed planning and hydrological restoration to provide appropriate water levels and flows to natural systems. One such project that the CHNEP has recently undertaken to protect wetlands in environmentally sensitive areas is a study to provide economic data showing the positive economic benefits in doing so. This past year, CHNEP contracted economists to complete an in-depth study to determine the economic value of natural resource protection and management in the CHNEP area. They collected and analyzed copious amounts of economic data across multiple sectors to tease out only those that were directly tied to natural resources. And they determined that natural resources in the CHNEP area total more than $13.6 billion of economic output annually, generating $3.8 billion in regional income and $146 million in local and state tax revenues. This in turn supports 148,000 jobs. The economic study also divided the total results into the separate water basins in the CHNEP area. For the Pine Island Matlacha Basin, illustrated in the gold light orange area on this map, the primary economic sectors were tourism and commercial fishing. The Pine Island Matlacha Basin has the highest economic impact for commercial fishing in our entire study area. The natural resource protection and restoration projects in the Pine Island Matlacha Basin generate $1.35 billion in economic benefits annually, $1.46 billion in property value premiums, $9.17 million in fishing production, and $1.39 billion in recreational spending. We also have economic results for other basins in Lee County, such as the Estero Basin and the Coosatchee River Basin, in our full report and fact sheets on the CHNEP.org website. Finally, the CHNEP is aiding the City of Sanibel's objective to protect and conserve wildlife and its habitat. CHNEP supports the protection and management of critical natural habitat areas. CHNEP recently hired a team of environmental experts to create a master habitat restoration needs plan for the region, compiling all existing habitat plans and integrating cutting-edge climate science on habitat migration in response to sea level rise to identify areas needed to preserve important wildlife habitat. The private habitat preservation conservation opportunities outlined here in blue, when combined with the existing public management restoration areas in greens, illustrate the landscape level habitat corridors and areas that are needed to sustain our native wildlife and endangered species for generations to come. Zooming into the Pine Island Matlacha Basin, you can see in the left map all the privately owned preservation conservation opportunities, including native habitats that are essential to wildlife. On the right map are publicly owned areas with almost 30,000 acres suitable for enhancement to restore and improve their habitat value. We additionally have the results of habitat restoration needs for other basins in Lee County available in this full report on the CHNEP.org website. Finally, we want to say that Sanibel's participation has been essential to us understanding how to best serve your needs. We have the policy committee of appointed agency officials and elected leaders, the management committee of staff directors and lead staff, the citizen advisory committee of community leaders, and the technical advisory committee of technical staff and scientists, each who meets 3 times a year. Currently, we have representatives of City of Sanibel that sits on all of our committees, including our citizens advisory committee, by way of our 2 Lee County representatives. Thank you very much for your active participation and support of the Coastal and Heartland National Estuary Partnership. If you'd like more information, you can find it on our website, chnep.org, or feel free to email me, Jennifer Hecker, Executive Director of the CHNEP. Thank you very much.